With Big Mo. Oh, man.
Christopher, you ready?
Are you gonna keep boxing?
Yeah.
You really love this shit, huh?
Jake Paul's entire world fell apart the moment Anthony Joshua shattered the illusion with brutal reality. Logan Paul watched his brother get destroyed, and the anger that followed created chaos worse than the actual punch. This wasn't just a fight, it was a public meltdown, a family war, and a moment that exposed everything in front of millions.
Incredible!
Jake Paul being measured up by Joshua for that right hand! Gets clipped again!
The fight was promoted as bold, dangerous, and revolutionary. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua looked like a risk that could rewrite boxing history completely. But once the bell rang, that risk became a nightmare nobody saw coming. Not just for Jake, but for Logan too. What unfolded wasn't just a loss. It was the public destruction of hype, ego, and family pride shown to millions ready to judge without mercy.
I thought I just pissed him off. Then he broke my brother's jaw. Fuck this guy. Broke his jaw, huh? Yeah, oh, he's his jaw's fucked. You know? He don't care though. Jake's having a fucking blast. Yeah.
The real story started long before the ring. It kicked off weeks earlier with Logan Paul talking like victory was already certain. From gym appearances to social posts, Logan kept repeating the same thing over and over. Anthony Joshua was washed up, overrated, and beatable. He even claimed Joshua would lose rounds before a single punch landed. Words like career killer were thrown around like promises, not predictions. Logan wasn't just supporting Jake, he was tying his own name to Jake's performance. This wasn't brotherly love. This was ego on the line.
Yeah, it was largely because he was mostly running away from AJ rather than standing toe-to-toe with him to fight. It's the difference between fighting a Bengal tiger and running away from a Bengal tiger.
The hype machine went into overdrive. Millions watched the buildup unfold. Boxing analysts kept saying the same thing: there's a massive gap between internet brawling and facing a real heavyweight who's fought champions. But that warning got buried under noise. Logan kept talking. Jake kept believing. And the Paul brand got louder and louder until the second it came crashing down.
It is. Oh, the uppercut, and he took it! Jake Paul took it! Oh, the right hand by Paul!
When the fight actually started, the gap was obvious. Joshua didn't rush anything. He stayed calm. He calculated everything. Jake looked tense, stiff, and uncomfortable. By the later rounds, confidence vanished. Only survival remained. Joshua dropped Jake twice in round 5, brutal knockdowns that crushed belief instantly. Then he did it again in round 6. 2 more knockdowns for total. At 1 minute and 31 seconds into round 6, it was over. No debate, no controversy, just silence where all the hype used to be.
Since he quickly realized fighting AJ was not going to work for him, he naturally began incorporating even more flight, running away, and freezing, falling to the ground at any chance he had, just to survive the rounds.
I mean, all it's doing is buying Jake Paul more time. I don't like it at all.
Do you remember what Mike Tyson famously said? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Anthony Joshua's gigantic. So big. He's so big. He's so much bigger. So of course, like, his punch that he knocks Tyron Woodley out cold with, Joshua just eats it.
Yeah.
Because he's a giant.
Yeah.
He's a fucking giant man. So
The numbers made it worse. Jake landed just 16 punches out of 56 attempts. That's not competitive at this level. That's complete domination. And the damage wasn't just symbolic. Jake left with a double broken jaw that needed immediate surgery. This wasn't a close fight that went wrong. This was a mismatch that ended exactly how experts said it would. And then the cameras found Logan.
I'm just so proud of him. My mom has it.
Your brother fought his ass off, man. I mean, other heavyweights have taken that right hand and only took one.
I'm just so proud of him. That was incredible. In my view, that was a victory on all fronts.
As Jake was being carried from the ring, Logan lost it. The confidence vanished instantly. The bravado collapsed. Commentators noticed it right away. This wasn't just concern. This was rage, embarrassment, and panic. Logan exploded emotionally, visibly furious, not at Joshua, but at Jake. In that moment, it felt less like a worried brother and more like someone realizing their entire public image just took serious damage.
He's going to be terrifying, and he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry that Jake Paul wants to fight him.
That's what made it so uncomfortable to watch. Logan had spent weeks talking big. Now the world was laughing. His bold predictions were being replayed next to knockout footage. His confidence was shown beside Jake being carried away. Millions saw it all happen live. The Paul brothers weren't controlling the narrative anymore. They were trapped inside it.
Like, minus the actual victory, obviously, of course, but bro, like, no one expected him to last 6 rounds with AJ. In my opinion, he won 4 of them. People will argue that he at least won 3. No one expected him to last that long. Rolled his ankle, broke his jaw, still fucking fighting, man. Like, that's toughness.
Behind closed doors, the tension didn't stop. Reports described Logan shouting, frustrated, shaking, struggling to contain his anger. This wasn't just about losing a fight. This was about being exposed. Anthony Joshua didn't just knock Jake out. He exposed the limits of the Paul empire. He showed the gap between hype and reality, and Logan felt it instantly.
Realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time.
The internet reaction was brutal. Fans mocked the pre-fight comments. Analysts broke down every failed move. Boxing commentators said what everyone was thinking. Internet fighting stops when real heavyweights show up. Logan's breakdown became almost as viral as the knockout itself. Videos, memes, debates flooded every platform. Some defended him as emotional. Others called it desperation, watching a brand collapse under pressure.
That this YouTuber who's fought Tommy Fury, who's a legit boxer, and, you know, a couple other guys that were legit boxers. That's it. Like, everyone else he's fought Ben Askren, who's really a wrestler. You know, he fought Tyron Woodley, who was an elite MMA fighter, but, you know, not an elite boxer.
Days later, Logan tried to regain control. The tone changed completely. No more tough talk. No more threats. He called the knockout a fair result. He admitted the skill gap. He praised Jake for lasting as long as he did. He acknowledged the injury. The words were softer, more measured, but the damage was already done. People remembered the shouting, the insults, the breakdown. What made this worse was the family connection. This wasn't just a loss, it was a public brother versus brother moment. Logan's anger showed how badly he needed Jake's win, not for boxing stats, but for image. When Jake fell, Logan fell with him, and the world saw it clearly.
And there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't gonna matter. You know, there's not a chance that Anthony Joshua is not going to just lose the weight beforehand. He's not going to come in drained. What he's going to do is just do extra cardio.
This fight will be remembered for the knockout, but the aftermath is what lingers. The hype died. The illusion broke. And for the first time in years, the Paul brothers weren't controlling the story, they were at the mercy of it. The second the fight ended, everything collapsed. Not slowly, not quietly, immediately. Jake was barely off the canvas when the camera cut to Logan, and you could see it in his face. This wasn't shock. This was panic mixed with pure rage. His eyes weren't asking, "Is my brother okay?" They were saying, "This wasn't supposed to happen like this." And as Jake was being helped out, jaw broken, head down, the last thing anyone expected was Logan completely losing it in front of the world.
I think the camp wasn't 100%. Is that accurate?
That's kind of what I was gonna ask. Like, do you feel like it was your best camp?
No, I mean, just because, like, I was weighing like 200 pounds when we confirmed the fight.
Logan didn't just look upset. He looked betrayed, like someone had just ruined his plan without warning. One second, he's the loudest person there. The next, he's pacing, clenching his fists, snapping at people around him. Cameras caught him cursing, shaking his head, visibly furious. The energy was intense. This wasn't a supportive big brother moment. This was "you embarrassed me on the biggest stage possible" energy. Millions were watching, and Logan didn't care.
You wobbled him. I was right there. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, you wobbled him.
Yeah.
Go.
That's what made it awkward and almost strangely entertaining at the same time. Jake is being carried out after getting dropped 4 times and stopped at 131 of round 6. And Logan looks like he wants to scream, "You had one job." Not at Joshua, Not at boxing, at his own brother. Commentators picked up on it immediately. One of them basically said without saying it, "This isn't concern. This is brand protection panic." Because Logan knew exactly what this knockout meant. This wasn't just a defeat.
To get that world-class gas tank, you need like a Sam Calavita. You need like a Nick Curson. You need like these plyometrics experts that who've got heart rate monitors on you, and they're checking when your recovery is ready and go.
Yeah.
And you're fucking yeah. You need guys monitoring your recovery, monitoring your heart rate variability, your VO2 max.
For weeks, Logan had been talking like Joshua was finished. Like this fight was a warm-up for the Paul Victory Tour. He said career killer with total certainty. Now Joshua had killed something, but it wasn't his career. It was the illusion the Paul brothers had been selling. And Logan felt it immediately. You could see it in how he couldn't sit still. How he kept gesturing, how he looked less like a brother and more like an investor whose stock just crashed.
You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division.
Behind the scenes, things didn't calm down. If anything, they got worse. Reports described Logan shaking, yelling, visibly angry, replaying the moment over and over. That line, "You had one job, Jake," basically summed it up. And that's rough because Jake didn't just lose. He landed only 16 punches out of 56. He got dropped 4 times. He left with a double broken jaw and surgery ahead. And on top of all that,
the timing in that right hand, just spectacular.
That's stepping in as well.
Over the top. I mean, that was a full force shot to the temple. I mean, he's Fucksville right now.
Then came the emotional fallout. Pride took a hit. Ego took a bigger hit. Both brothers were suddenly under a microscope. Jake was criticized for taking a fight he wasn't ready for. Logan was criticized for talking too much and then melting down when reality hit. Every reaction video, every podcast, every comment section became a therapy session they never asked for. The knockout broke the illusion. The breakdown confirmed it. What people saw wasn't just a fighter getting stopped. They saw 2 brothers lose control of a story they thought they owned. And that's why this moment still sticks. It wasn't just loud. It wasn't just viral. It was real, messy, and raw in a way the Paul brand rarely allows. Anthony Joshua threw the punches, but the aftermath did the real damage. This fight will be remembered because it ripped the mask off the hype. Skill beat noise, experience crushed confidence, and reality showed up without mercy. Logan's breakdown became a warning about what happens when ego gets louder than preparation and family pride turns into public pressure. The knockout wasn't just physical, it was symbolic, a clear line between internet fighting and the real brutal world of professional heavyweights. The timeline was harsh and undeniable, endless hype, a brutal knockout, a ringside meltdown, and quiet damage control afterward. The Paul brothers built an empire on control, and now it's shaky. What happens next won't be quiet, it'll be explosive.